Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and it's so good to have you here. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber living in Canada. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new here, you're most definitely welcome. Sit back, relax, look around. You're definitely going to see something you would love to watch. Subscribe so you'll be part of the family. Like this video and like the previous videos as well, and I promise you, you're going to love it here.
Back on kiss under me, 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 back on kiss. Loving can hurt.
I did not like the way my hairstyle was, so I went to change it. Before we go into the video, I'm sitting in front of a very big window and the window is close to the road, so there are a lot of cars passing by, so you might hear the sounds of cars passing once in a while. Please, I'm so sorry. I don't have a mic that cancels noise, so you're just going to bear with me for the sake of this video. So yeah, as I was saying, guys, I would like to thank you guys. First of all, I need to thank you guys for the congratulatory messages, for the well wishes, for the comments. A lot of people messaged me on Instagram because I always leave my handle here or here, I don't know, but a lot of people sent me a message on Instagram. You know, they were wishing me well and wishing me congrats. It's so funny that when you leave Nigeria, people tell you congratulations. I totally understand how Nigeria is. I'm so grateful for the congratulatory messages on WhatsApp, on Instagram, and on the comment section as well. Thank you guys. We are growing. We have grown and we're close to 1K. We're going to hit 1K soon. At the time I'm filming this video, I think we're on 830 something subscribers, and I'm sure if you've been here with me from the beginning, you would know that we're actually growing. I'm really so thankful to you guys. I just want to thank you guys for subscribing, for taking out time to watch my videos, and for liking the videos, because it's one thing to make a video, it's another thing for people to like them. I'm so grateful for liking the video and for taking out time to watch them. Thank you so much. So please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. You're going to like it here. If you're new here, just look around. You definitely like it here. Subscribe, like this video, and let's hit 1K soon. This has to be the most requested video from you guys. A lot of people have reached out to me, and you know, they keep asking me, how did I migrate or relocate from Nigeria to Canada? So today is a sit down video. This is not a vlog. I know a lot of you guys want more vlog, but I'm so sorry, at this point I don't think there will be a lot of vlogs because winter is coming. It's snowing. There's nowhere you probably go to or definitely go to in this cold, so there's going to be a lot of sit down videos. And this brings me to where I would like to ask you guys, you know, what do you think, or what do you want to know, what do you want me to talk about, and I will definitely see what we can do about it. And if you have any questions or you want to reach out to me, I always respond. So yeah, without further ado, let's go straight right into today's video. And disclaimer alert, I'm not an immigration consultant or an immigration expert. I'm just sharing my experience with you guys and how my immigration from Nigeria to Canada was. So I got into Canada through spousal sponsorship, permanent residence. So what this actually means is that what spousal sponsorship means is that a citizen of Canada or a permanent resident of Canada sponsors his or her spouse or his or her common law partner to also become a permanent resident of Canada. So in my case, my husband was a permanent resident of Canada and he sponsored me, and that is why I also automatically became a permanent resident of Canada. He came to Canada through express entry. Like, you know, you write the whole IELTS, you get a score, I think probably 8. I don't know what the score is now because I didn't write IELTS. You write IELTS, you evaluate your credentials through WES, then you enter the pool. If you meet up the score that is in the pool or something like that, then you get an ITA, then you start waiting for your biometrics, your medicals, your passport request, then you get your COPR, and then you land in Canada as a permanent resident. So he went through all that route, but I didn't. So let's start from when I started my own Canada journey. So I met my husband. He was still in Nigeria, and eventually when we started a relationship, he decided I wanted to leave Nigeria to come to Canada. and he came to Canada, I think in 2019. Once we decided that okay, we want to be together, we want to get married, he came back to Nigeria in 2020. And then first of all, we had our introduction. Introduction is like where families meet, you know, the Yoruba kind of introduction. You tie your gele, you wear your traditional attire. He met my family, my official meeting. Now his family met my families, and we introduced each other. Then after that, we decided to go to have our court or our civil wedding. Now, one of the requirements you must have if you're going to go through spousal sponsorship is that you must be legally married. So you have to provide your wedding certificate, your legal wedding certificate, or your civil wedding certificate. So we went went ahead, we got married, and then he went back to Canada and I stayed back in Nigeria, and then our distant relationship began. It was not easy, guys. I can relate to anybody that is in that shoe right now because I was there at a point. It is very, very difficult to be in a distant relationship with somebody that you really care about. So it was not easy at all. Now, before we had the civil wedding, we knew that we wanted to do the spousal sponsorship. As soon as you decide that you want to, go through the spousal sponsorship route, you want to sponsor your spouse, you have to go to the official website of Canada, and that is canada.ca. There are different routes to come to Canada. So whatever routes that work for you, you're going to see it there. So we chose what we wanted, which is a spousal sponsorship. Guys, guess what? I recorded a whole video and I didn't know it wasn't recording. How? I'm just going to quickly go through this and let's get right into the video again. Okay, so you go to the website, canada.ca website. You download the document that fits the route you want to come to Canada with. So ours was spousal sponsorship. So we downloaded the documents and we filled the documents. You have to pay, I think, 1,500 CAD for the process. Then you fill in the document. So things that you have to fill in are, well, I was the applicant and he was the sponsor. So I think the applicant has a lot of forms to fill than the sponsor. For the sponsor, there are some eligibility requirements that you have to meet, such as he has to be 18 years and above, or he or she has to be 18 years and above, which he was. He has to earn a certain amount of money as an income as well. He doesn't have to depend on somebody. Of course, he was working. Then for me, I had to be 18 years and above as well. I had to fill in like where I've lived in the past 10 years, if I've traveled out in the past 10 years, if I was in Canada or outside Canada. Then you have to put all the spicy chats all those chats all the I love you chats, the romantic. Don't be shy, they don't mind. That's what they want to see. So you have to put it in there, pictures of probably when you guys were on a date or when you went on a vacation, pictures of when your families met. Well, our families had met prior to the introduction day. Like, they just came for a courtesy visit. His parents and his family, his friends and just three of his immediate family, they came to just pay a courtesy visit to my parents, and we took pictures. So we put that in there. They asked you, how did you meet your partner, when did you meet your partner. I think I printed out my bank transaction details, my bank history details as well. I marked out money transaction between both of us. I circled that, and just a bunch of other stuff that you can actually fill. Now, we did not use any immigration consultants or any immigration lawyer or experts. We did everything by ourselves, and I feel like, except if there should be some exception that will make you to use an immigration consultant, but I feel like it's pretty straightforward and you can actually do it on your own. So we did it ourselves. He sent the documents 2 weeks prior to when he was to arrive in Nigeria, so that I can have just take my time to fill in the documents. So when he got into Nigeria for our introduction and our civil wedding, we dedicated some days to just go over the application again to make sure that everything I filled was correct. Because guys, any mistake like this, Mary, and you send it to them, they are going to send it back to you. And you know, it takes a lot of time for it to get to them because it's a paper application, it's not online. You have to put it in an envelope, you have to send it to them through Canada Post. You don't want it to get to them after waiting for like a month. It gets to them, they send it back to you, you now start sending it back to them. Just to avoid that, make sure that you fill in everything properly. So after you do that, then you can now package it in an envelope and then send it to them. So we took time out, we filled in everything, we put in all the pictures we had, we put in all the charts we had, we printed them out, we did all the stuff, the bank details, the bank history, transaction between both of us, you know, we put that in there, our marriage certificate, our wedding pictures, everything. And then he came back to Canada and I stayed back in Nigeria, and the frustration began. I won't even get to that part yet. Left Nigeria March, you know, got here, and then he sent the application to them that same March. Well, the application got to them April. They sent us a mail that they have received our package, our application, and we got that in April. Well, you all know now, guess what? Corona started, and guys, it was the worst nightmare I've ever experienced. I started thinking to myself, why did I even go and marry somebody that is in Canada? Why did he even leave Nigeria and say he was going to Canada? I've never ever envisaged I was actually going to live outside the country. Prior to all these things, myself and my parents, we went on a vacation to the US, and then subsequently they go to the US every year for vacation. I stayed back because of school, but you know, I just envisaged that when I get married as well, I'll be living in Nigeria, and then we'll just travel out for vacation. It was just so frustrating. I'll wake up in the morning, I'll first check my mail. Before I sleep at night, the first thing I check is my mail. When I wake up at midnight to pee, I check my mail to see if I've gotten anything from CIC Canada or is it IRCC. I just want to get a mail. Thank God for my parents. Thank God for my friends. They actually like made me feel less alone. It was not a very enjoyable experience. If there's anything this process has taught me, it has taught me patience. It has taught me to be very, very patient and just wait for God's time. At that point, anyways, if they had told me that don't be patient, I can swear for you. But eventually, you know, I waited March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, I got my mail. I got the first mail, and the way this mail will come is do not respond. That's what they used to start, do not respond. When I got it, I was like, finally I have gotten my biometrics instruction letter. So I was supposed to book an appointment with VFS. That's where I'll go and, you know, just my biometrics, of course, my thumbprints. So when I got that mail and all the instructions, I immediately booked an appointment with VFS, and VFS gave me the following week, you know, a week after I had received the mail, to come in and do my biometrics. So you have to book an appointment before you go to VFS. You can't just walk in and say you want to do your biometrics. I just went in there, they asked for my appointment date and time. I told them, then they told me to come in. Everything was very swift, it didn't take time at all, and before you know, I was done with my biometrics. And after that day, I started waiting again. You have to be very patient, you have to wait again. So I knew that okay, we're making progress finally. Since March or April that it had gotten to them and we had nothing. So I started waiting again. Then January, I got another mail from them, do not respond, and this time it was my medicals. I was so happy. I was so happy. Now for your medicals, you cannot just walk into any hospital and tell them you want to do your medicals. You have to book an appointment. Again, the hospitals must be verified by them. You can't just use any hospital. You can't just go to any hospital. It has to be a hospital that is recommended by them. So there are a list of hospitals I called, and guys, they were giving me, I got that mail in January, I called them like the next day. They were giving me March, so they were even giving me April, that they had a lot of people that wanted to do medicals. I now eventually called IOM Mark. IOM Mark is in Ikeja, and they told me, oh, you can come in February, second week in February, and that was perfect by me. I was like, no problem. So I booked an appointment a week before I went for my medicals. I paid, was it a week before or a day before? I paid 45,000 naira or 50 naira. 45,000 naira or 50,000 naira, I think, a day before I went for my medicals. After I had booked an appointment, I printed out the receipts, and the day I went there, I took my receipts with me. They asked me if I had an appointment. I said yes. They asked of the time. I showed them the receipt, and then I went in. So what they just do is they take your blood sample, you know, they do an x-ray, they do a physical, a general checkup. They ask you to pee in those sample bottles. They ask you if you're pregnant, because obviously if you're pregnant you're supposed to update them. Obviously no, I wasn't. So I did all that, and they told me, doctor told me that 2 days from today you're going to get a message. And true to what he said, I got a message that I had passed my medicals. And then the wait started again. Well, I started waiting. Then at that point my husband was like, okay, probably we should convert the application to an online application, so we can actually have like somewhere we log into and see the progress of our application, instead of just waiting for a mail and calling them and asking them what's up. So we changed our application to an online application, and then through that we're monitoring the progress of my application. So every day, or sometimes when we just check, we just see you have passed your medicals. And that was the last update, which was 2 days after I had done my medicals in February. So at a point I stopped checking because I didn't want to get frustrated. I reduced the way I check because it was just getting too frustrating. Well, anyways, March passed, April passed, May passed, June passed. That June was not even easy because I was expecting that by June, when I'll be having my birthday, and my husband will also be having his birthday in June, I will be in Canada and we'll be celebrating our birthdays together. Unfortunately, RCC was just looking at me like this. June passed, July came, and guys, I got my passport requests. And that day, they didn't even send me a mail because I had changed my application from a paper application to an online application. So they just sent me a message on the website. Like when I logged into it, there was a message, and behold, it was my passport request instruction letter. I have 90 days to do that. Every other mail they have been sending, they tell you have 90 days to do that, but I'm doing it tomorrow. I printed it out because you have to carry, anytime they send you a mail, you have to print it out to show them that you have received your biometrics instruction letter, your medical instruction letter, and your passport request instruction letter. So I printed it out. I filled the form. I think they asked for your eye color, they asked for your height and stuff like that. So I filled it. I had my passport ready to submit as well. And then at this point, you don't have to book an appointment as you did previously for medicals and biometrics. You just have to go to a courier service company, UPS, DHL, anyone you choose, and you just submit and you give it to them. So I went to UPS. I just went in there, I dropped my package with them. I think I paid about 3,800 naira for courier services to like send to my house when it gets back. And then they told me that if I need to pay any other money, they will get back to me, because the guy was saying he doesn't want a situation whereby some people claim that money is deducted from the 1,500 card you paid. So them paying another money, they felt they were extorting them. So the guy said he doesn't want any issues, but he's very sure that if I was supposed to pay any extra money, RCC or VFS definitely would get back to me, send me a mail. I don't know which one now. They'll send me a mail and tell me that I need to pay an amount of money before my passport gets back to me. So I just paid that 3,800 that day. I filled the form, they sealed my package up, and he gave me 2 tracking numbers. One works from when your application leaves UPS to enter VFS, and the other one works from when your application leaves VFS and is not in DHL's hands and DHL wants to bring it to your house. So the first tracking number worked. They told me that my application has already been picked up by one Mr. something and is already with VFS. So that worked. One good thing again is that VFS will always send you a mail telling you the different stage that your paper, your passport, has gotten to. So they sent me a mail and they told me my passport had left Lagos. My decision envelope, that's what they call it. They said my decision envelope had left Lagos. My decision envelope is now in Accra because I sent it to Ghana. Now I tried to send it to the UK because I heard that it's usually faster. I tried, but it did not work out, so I just sent it to Ghana. I was like, okay, I'll wait. I've been waiting all this while. I'll wait because I know that Ghana is usually very, very slow. So they sent me a mail again that my decision envelope is now in with IRCC. They were just updating me. And then one good thing again that VFS will do for you is to give you a tracking number as well. I go to VFS website, I put in the tracking number and my date of birth, and it gives the information of the stage that my decision envelope is. So I was also doing that, but to me at that point it wasn't making a lot of sense. All I just wanted to know is if I have been approved, if I have gotten, you know, my visa. That's what I wanted to know. So anyways, my passport was with VFS from July because immediately I got my PPR, which was on July 7. I submitted my passport July 9 ASAP. So my passport was with them July, it was with them to August, and then finally in September I was still using UPS tracking number because VFS had sent me a mail that they have sent my passport back to Nigeria. So obviously UPS tracking number is now supposed to work, but guys, UPS kept telling me they didn't see my package. They were like, I can't find your package, I can't find your package. My mind was, what is happening? They said they couldn't find my package. So anyways, September, one Monday morning, I checked that morning, I tracked my passport again. They said they can't find my package. I called, the man said I should be patient. That's how somebody just called me that is outside my house. I was like, what's up? He said they had a package for me from VFS. Good, that day. So I opened it and there it was, like what I have been praying for, what I've been asking God for. It was just there. So my passports with my visa stamps, my COPR, everything, and I can now travel. So I booked my flights. I'd already booked my flights before I even got my passport back. I was like, by the grace of God, I use faith, this passport will come back to me before the day I booked my flight for. So thank God, true to what I said, my passport got back before the date I booked my flight. I started parking. I'm sure you guys know the rest because I carried you guys through when I got through from that stage where I got my passport back. I carried you guys through it. You guys saw how I shopped, how I did everything, and how I landed in Canada. And the day I got in, they cancelled my visa. It's a one-time entry visa. You are supposed to get your PR card like probably 3 weeks after, but till now I haven't gotten my PR card, I guess because of COVID. But with your PR card you can now travel outside and enter Canada anytime. You don't need a visa for that. Was it a frustrating experience? Yes, it was. Did it worth it? Yes, it did. Yes, it is. It's worth it. Totally worth it. So in a nutshell, I started this Canada process in April when my application package got to them. So it took a year plus for everything to work out. And the reason why is because of COVID. And so because mine took a year plus doesn't mean yours will take a year plus. It's just because of COVID. And because mine took a year plus doesn't mean yours will not extend a year plus. God forbid, sure. But it works different things for different people. Yours might be 6 months. I know people that it took them 3 months, it took them 6 months, you know, but it's just different for everybody. You just have to keep praying, and then you have to be very, very patient and make sure that everything you do is correct, and trust me, you're good to go. And yeah guys, so that is the end of the story. If there's anything you want to know, if there's anything you want to know, you want me to tell you something, you want to ask questions, feel free to. You're waiting for your Canada process to work out, or you're waiting to join your spouse, I totally understand how this is, and trust me, just relax and just be patient. Trust me, everything is going to work out. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel and you're part of the family, and we will hit 1K soon. All you have to do when we hit 1K is to send your address and we will send our 1K jollification party packs. So please subscribe, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next one. And for everybody that is on this Canada journey, I wish you well and I pray for Godspeed. Bye.